Our next topic is standard form of a number. When we started the class, we saw very large numbers and I asked you, can you read these numbers? Do you remember? So it is very difficult to read the numbers, and if you want to compare them, that is also difficult. Now we can write them in a, I told you, we can write them in a shorter form using the exponents. Now we are going to learn about how we can represent them using exponents in a shorter form, and the shorter form is known as the standard form of the given number. Standard form. So very large numbers and as well as very small numbers, we can write it in the standard form. Engineers, then scientists, astronomers. So all of them are using this. If they want to use very large numbers, they will write them in a standard form. So we can call these numbers as numbers expressed in standard form or a scientific notation of a number. Now we are going to learn how we can express these numbers in the standard form. So here it is given mass of the earth, a very large number, and the sun is located, so this much distance from the center of our Milky Way galaxy. So it is very difficult to read this number. So if you express these numbers in the standard form, it is easy to read. So next we are going to learn how we can write these numbers in the standard form. Now I will start with a smaller number onwards. Now 59. So we have to write it in the standard form. 59 is not written in the standard form. So how we can write 59 in the standard form? Now the first step, assume the decimal point at the right end. So we have to assume the decimal point at the right end. So we can take 59 as 59.0. 59.0. So we have to assume that the decimal point is at the right end. Then after that you have to move the decimal point to the left. You have to move the decimal point to the left. And how many places you have to move? So after moving, you have to get a decimal number. You have to get a decimal number between 1 and 10. Decimal number between 1 and 10. 1 and 10. So which includes 1 also. A decimal number between 1 and 10 which includes 1 also, and multiplied with the powers of 10. Multiplied with the powers of 10. Decimal number between 1 and 10 which includes 1 and multiplied with the powers of 10. That is the decimal number into 10 raised to n, where n is an integer. So this n depends upon, or the value of n is how many places we moved to the left. Now look at that, 59.0. 59.0. So we have to move the decimal point to the left, so that we have to get a decimal number between 1 and 10 which includes 1. So 59.0 we can write as 5.9. The meaning is that left of the decimal point we have to get only one digit. That means only one digit in the whole number part. We have to write it as a decimal number. The decimal number should have only one digit in the whole number part. Therefore, when we move the decimal point to the left, we have to move only one place. So, into 5.9 into 10 raised to, how many places we moved? Only one place. Therefore, the value of n is 1. So, we can write it as 5.9 into 10 raised to 1. So, that is the standard form of 59. 5.9 into 10 raised to 1. So, the meaning is that you have to get a decimal number between 1 and 10 which includes 1 multiplied with the powers of 10. That means the decimal number should have only one digit. or only one digit in the decimal, the whole number part. Only one digit in the whole number part. Now 590. So you have to assume that, what is the first step? Assume the decimal point at the right end. So you have to assume that the decimal point is at the right end. All the time no need to write the given number in the decimal form, no need. Okay, so the first 3 or 4 problems we can write in that way. So 590 means a 590 point. Okay, now we want to move the decimal point to the left, so that we have to get only one digit in the whole number part. So 1, 2, therefore we can write 5.90 multiplied with the powers of 10, and the powers of 10 depends upon how many places or the movement of the decimal point to the left. How many places it has been moved. So how many places? 2. Therefore 5.90 into 10 raised to the power 2. Now next, 5900. Assume that the decimal point is at the right end, then we have to move. So the decimal point is at the right end, so we have to move to the left. 1, 2, then 3. So we can write it as 5.900 into 10 raised to 3. So these last 2 zeros no need to write. So we can write it as 5.9 into 10 raised to 3. When we multiply with the 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 3 means when we multiply with 1000, 1000, these zeros will automatically come in the number. So this is the usual form, and this one we can call it as the standard form, 5.9 into 10 raised to 3. Now next, 59,000. Assume that the decimal point is at the right end. Now we want to move the decimal point to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5.9000 into 10 raised to 4. And we can write it as 5.9 into 10 raised to 4. Then again 5,90,000. So assume that the decimal point is at the right end. Then we have to move to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5.9 into 10 raised to 5. 5.9 into 10 raised to 5. Now here look at that, a decimal number is given. So the decimal number is given, the decimal point is already there. Now we have to move the decimal point to the, which side we have to move? We have to move to the left side, so that we have to get a decimal number. The resultant number also should be a decimal number, and the whole number part should consist of only one digit. So we have to move 1, 2, 3. So 5.9853 into 10 raised to the power. So the decimal point has been moved how many places? 3 places. So 10 raised to the power 3. So this is the standard form of 5985.3. Now next number. 7,23,465.9. Now we have moved, the decimal point is already there. We have to move the decimal point to the, which side we have to move? Move to the left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7.23469 into 10 raised to, how many places the decimal point has been moved? 5 places. So 10 raised to 5. So this form is known as the standard form. Now look at the number 7.234546. So the number is, this decimal number is a number between 1 and 10. the number between 1 and 10. So, we can say that the standard form is a 7.234659 into 10 raised to 5. So, look at that. A number is said to be in the standard form. When we can say that a number is said to be in the standard form, if it can be expressed as a into 10 raised to n, a into 10 raised to n, where a is a decimal number between 1 and 10, which includes 1. So, 1 less than or equal to a less than 10. So, the number should be a decimal number and it should be between 1 and 10, which includes 1. And n is an integer. N is an integer. Now look at this number. So we have to write it in the standard form. So what we have to do? You have to assume that the decimal point is at the right end. So you have to the decimal point is at the right end. Now we have to move the decimal point to left. And how many places you have moved? That will be the power of 10. So, we have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, we can write it as 7.04 into 10 raised to the power 10. So, look at that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, only one digit to the left of the decimal point. So, in the standard form, so when we write out the decimal number, only one digit to the left of the decimal point. That means the whole number part should consist of only one digit. So, the standard form is 7.04 into 10 raised to 10. Now, we can say that the power of 10, the exponent of 10 in the standard form is 1 less than the number of digits to the left of the decimal point. So, the exponent of 10, so the exponent of 10 in the standard form is 1 less than the number of digits to the left of the decimal point. Now, decimal point is at the here, right end we have the decimal point. Now, if you look at the left of the decimal point, how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Total number of digits is 11. So, from 11 if you subtract 1, 11 minus 1, 10, you will get the power of 10. So, what is the meaning of that? The left of the decimal point, you have to count the number of places left of the decimal point. And the power of 10 will be 1 less than the number of digits in the left of the decimal places. So, the exponent of 10 in the standard form is 1 less than the number of digits to the left of the decimal point. Now, we can do some questions from the exercise. Exercise 13.3, question number 3. Express the following numbers in the standard form. We have to write it in the standard form. So, a number is given. So, what you have to assume? The decimal point is at the right end. Okay, the decimal point is at the right end. Right end. Now, we have to move the decimal point to the, which side we have to move? Left side. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 5.0 into 10 raised to 7. We do not want to write all the zeros after the decimal point. We have to put only one zero. Therefore, the given number is 5.0 into 10 raised to 7. Now, look at that. So, the standard form is a into 10 raised to n. A is a decimal number. Okay. So, A is a decimal number between 1 and 10, which includes 1 also, between 1 and 10, multiplied with the powers of 10, where n is an integer. And this n depends upon how many places that decimal point has been moved to, not to the right, to the left. Now next, assume that the decimal point is at the right end. Okay, then you have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7.0 into 10 raised to 6. Next, assume that the decimal point is at the right end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 raised to 9 into 3.1865. 3.1865 into 10 raised to 9. Now here a decimal number is given. So we have to start moving from here 1, 2, 3. So equal to 3.90878 into 10 raised to the power 3. Now express the numbers appearing in the following statements in a standard form. The distance between the earth and the moon. So this is a very large number is given. So you have to write it in the standard form. So what you have to do? You have to assume that the decimal point is at the right end. Okay. So from right you have to move to left, the right end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3.84 into 10 raised to 8. Next, speed of light in vacuum is 300 million, which is equal to, assume that the decimal point is at the right end. So from there we have to move to left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3.0 into 10 raised to 8. Next, diameter of the earth is given. Then how we can write it in the standard form? So assume that the decimal point is at the right end from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 10 raised to 7. The power of 10 is 7. So 1.2756. So all other digits you have to write except zeros. No need to write down the end zeros here in the standard form. So the other digits you have to write it. So 1.2756 into 10 raised to 7. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1.4 into 10 raised to 9. So in a galaxy there are on an average of this much number of stars. So which is equal to, so if you write it in the standard form, we can easily read the number. Diameter of the sun is 1.4 into 10 raised to 9 meter. And the diameter of the earth is 1.2756 into 10 raised to 7. In a galaxy there are on an average of this much stars. Okay, so the decimal point is at the right end. So from right you have to move to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 10 raised to 11. So 1.0 into 10 raised to 11. So we can easily read the number. So in a galaxy there are on an average of 1.0 into 10 raised to 11 stars. Now homework, exercise 13.3, question number 3, 4th and 5th, and question number 4, F, G, H, I, J. That's all for today's class. Thank you.